The tension between all of you needs to come to an end. In order to successfully run this country, we need to better our compromising skills and stop trying to undermine one another. Disagreements between officials need to be handled immediately. You're focusing on these disputes when all of our energy should be directed at advancing and protecting our country. Keep your priorities straight and realize that this bickering can be detrimental to the future of the United States.
Both know this little speech is directed mostly at us. I want to sincerely apologize for any actions I've taken recently that may have offended you. I believe I insulted you by doubting your importance, but I know you're accomplishing a great deal as First Lady.
Cut the act, Richard. I understand for the sake of our country we have to be civil, but I don't trust you. I'll put on an act where in the public eye, but you and I will never be allies. I want what's best for the country, and you have selfish intentions.
God bless America.
Mr. President, I have terrible news. Come with me.
What is it, Richard?
I noticed that Clarence was not present at your speech, so I sent Buckingham and some agents over to his house, and unfortunately, it would appear that he passed away in his sleep.
What? How? Was there any evidence of foul play?
No evidence of foul play. Looks like he just passed away late last night.
I can't believe something like this happened.
Well, this shouldn't be a surprise for you. He had a heart condition. You've been pushing him very hard these past couple weeks.
I never would have. Do you really think I was involved in his death?
With all due respect, sir, I think you were the reason that he passed away so soon.
Clarence was not only a colleague, he was a close personal friend. I think I need to be alone.
Any pugilist worth his salt knows that when someone's on the ropes, that's when you throw a combination to the gut and a left hook to the jaw.
I blame myself for pushing him past his limit. I knew he couldn't handle the pressure, but I just kept pushing him.
Edward. Edward. Oh my God, how could this happen? As all of you have heard by now, President Edward passed away earlier today. A great tragedy has befallen us, and I grieve along with the rest of the White House. We as a nation will get through what has happened as one collective unit.
Miss First Lady, there were rumors spreading that there was foul play involving President Edward's death. Do you have reason to believe that he was not totally at fault for his own demise?
First Lady, do you think Richard will be able to take over the role of the president successfully?
I understand that the nation has a lot of questions after such a tragic event. I promise that the White House staff will do their best to address your questions once we have the answers. Thank you.
Elizabeth, dear, is everything all right? How are you handling this tragedy?
Richard, what do you want?
Come in. We have a lot to discuss.
What would you like to discuss right now, Richard? Can't you see that I'm in the middle of grieving my late husband's death?
Let's talk politics. I fully intend to use his presidency to my advantage. Serious changes are going to be made. You told me before that you don't trust me, and I don't want anyone in this White House who isn't faithful to me. I just wanted to be clear that you're no longer going to have a position in this White House.
What a sad state our country is in these days. Never in my life would I have guessed that both the president and the vice president would have passed in the span of just 2 days.
Indeed it is. I have little faith in Richard's ability to run this country. I'm afraid he's too ambitious, too power hungry. If you ask me, he's at a stake in all this chaos. Just look at his past record. Accusations of bribery, unabashed partisanship, a contentious relationship with Edward's administration. He's a man who'll stop at nothing to get what he wants.
Maybe I'm being too optimistic, but I'm not really sure I buy that. Never in the history of the presidency has such a coup been orchestrated, much less by such a high-ranking politician. I agree Richard is a man of questionable integrity, but I seriously doubt he would have made such a bold move. Even Nixon wasn't that crooked.
Well, just look at the circumstances surrounding the vice president's death. He's a guy who's only 45 years old, no previous health conditions, then out of the blue he croaks. I just don't see something like that being a coincidence.
Maybe you're right, although I'd like to do some research before I implicate Richard in such a heinous crime. Whatever the case, this country is in for tumultuous times. The news.
There are still roadblocks for Richard to become the president.
What can we do to prevent Richard's rise? I fear that the time of my husband's administration is coming to an end.
First Lady, I do not know. I've heard of some reporters investigating mysterious deaths that have gone on in the Capitol for the past few weeks, but they believe Richard is connected somehow.
Who are these people? We must talk to them.
I'll call their offices at once.
12 seconds later.
I tried to reach out to the reporters, but I couldn't get a hold of them because they've been in prison for treason.
We cannot let Richard become president. The man's a tyrant, a liar, and God knows what will do to this country. He's tearing the White House apart.
There isn't much we can do. He's gotten rid of most of our allies.
I think I might know someone in Canada who can help. I'll travel there and ask for assistance, but you can't tell anyone about my departure.